So, folks, obviously, in these troubled times, everyone is thinking constantly about Bill Clinton. I know I am. Every day I wake up and I think, remember Bill Clinton? He played a saxophone, right? And then I go on with my day. Sad that I cannot continue to think about Bill Clinton. Now, obviously, I'm not the only one. The entire world clearly does this every day. But there's one guy that thinks about Bill Clinton all the time. By one guy, I mean a panel of guys. That includes one former DNC mega donor. And, well, you know, this man has assembled with a crack team of political investigators to figure out the truth at the bottom, at the very heart of Bill Clinton. And I, for one, am finally excited that I get more opportunities to think about Bill Clinton. Let's check in with this crack team of investigators and political analysts. That's right, analysts, because they can't be called analysts. They're something completely different. They're in another league.
I had dinner 2 nights ago in Orlando with Bill Clinton. And
how's he doing?
Fantastic. Fantastic. He was on his way.
Thank God. I've been worried about it for years.
Way to Jamaica for the hurricane relief.
Does he still have the charm? Does he still have the...
Oh, listen. Let me tell you. We went to the restaurant at 7:30. We left at 12:30. So there was nobody in there but us at the end. I brought Terry McAuliffe. He was with him, the old governor of Virginia.
Terry McAuliffe. Oh, wow. Okay.
And so I said, y'all want dessert? So they go, well, and all of a sudden we get some port and get some dessert, and we closed the place.
Let me tell you a crazy story about Bill Clinton. He's the first president I shook.
Don't we all have crazy stories about Bill Clinton?
I was 15 years old. I was working at Haagen-Dazs at Glendale Galleria, and he came down. He was campaigning for something, and I put my hand out, and he shook my hand. I'm like, I just shook Bill Clinton's hand. Last year, we're in New York. Rob.
I was working at the local Haagen-Dazs, and I shook Bill Clinton's hand. Crazy story.
Do you have this or no?
I'll find it.
Last year, we're in New York, and I take my guys to a Yankees game. Well, it's a rain out. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm trying to find out what date it is. If what's his name is watching, maybe text Vinnie to see when we went to what's it called? When we went to New York.
I'm sorry. Did you just forget? Did you just say what's it called about New York? Did you forget New York?
So game ends. Game is canceled because of rain. We said we go to this place to go. What do you call it? Bowling. So we go to.
What do you mean to go, what do you call it, bowling? What's wrong with you, dude? Did you forget the word bowling?
It's bowling alley. And I start talking to Vinnie Incoherent. Vinny's a comedian guy that you spoke to.
I like him.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
What do you humans call this act when you put sustenance in your orifice? What's it called? Eating?
Everybody loves him. And we're outside, and we're inside, and Tikran and Vinny say, if there's one person you would like to interview on the podcast that you would like to speak to, who would it be? I said 3 names. And the third name
John Morgan. Who are the other 2?
I said John Morgan.
Let's do 4.
Yeah, I said John Morgan. No, I said Putin was one of the names, but I said Bill Clinton.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
You ready for this? 5 seconds after I said Bill Clinton, Vinny, I'm looking at Vinny and Tikran this way. They look this way. They say, get the fuck out of here. I said, what do you mean? Look who just walked in.
Oh.
I look to my right. Bill Clinton just walked in.
Serendipity.
I walk to the side. The Secret Service says, hey, Patrick, I know who you are. Hang tight. Let him finish up the conversation. We want you to talk to him. So I go up to him. We had a good 15-minute conversation together. For 30 minutes, he just walked around talking to everybody. At this age, you've been around him, you've been around Biden, you've been around both of them. Does he seem stronger now, even stronger than Biden was the last couple of years?
It's funny you should say that, because once we got into the port at Chatham's, I said to him, look, you're Trump and Biden's age that they were.
Mm-hmm.
I said, let me ask you a question. He's got a trimmer in his left hand.
Oh, God, are they going to be like, are you going to run for a third term? Come on.
And I said, do you think you could be president now? He said, yes. He says, yes, I could do it.
He said that last night.
Wednesday night. And he said, yes. And he said, now, I will tell you, I would have to pace myself a little bit differently. He goes, look.
Maybe, just spitballing here, maybe we shouldn't have a president that needs to pace himself super carefully, otherwise he'll die of fatigue,
I put in hours. He goes, my staff used to say to me, I'm making less than minimum wage for the hours that I'm putting in as president. He says, I could put in, more than Reagan, but he said yes.
Putting in more hours than Reagan isn't really that hard, considering by the time Reagan left office, he was not tethered to reality anymore.
Said yes, he believed. And let me tell you something. We sat there for 5 hours, and we had to finally leave because the staff,
5-hour conversation,
dinner,
and he was good. He was flowing,
funny, telling all the stories. And
why? Look, Bill Clinton's gotten enough blowjobs. Why are you guys both giving him one right now? I don't get it.
I'll tell you what he told me once years ago, and he's been so good to me. One time I asked him, we're headed to an event. I said, give me one piece of advice. Like you asked me a piece of advice. I said, give me one piece of advice. He said, okay, whether it's business or politics, this is going to go to your story. He said, every time you meet somebody, do this. Treat them like there's an election tomorrow and you're running and they're voting. Treat everybody like that. He says, I call that one at a time. So what you saw.
I'm sorry, but the idea of treat everyone like they're going to vote for you, that makes me want to die inside. Like, maybe just treat people like people that you're genuinely interested in, rather than having to put on a facade of a politician in order to navigate social spaces.
All that day was Bill Clinton, one at a time.
Got to give him respect for that.
Yes.
Now, what would you say about his wife, Hillary? The relationship with her versus the relationship with Bill.
My relationship with Hillary? Well, look,
I'm a guy's guy,
much closer to Bill.
Got it.
Much closer to Bill. But look, I've known him forever and ever. When he was president, I was at the White House all the time. I was at the best.
Just as an FYI, this guy is a DNC mega donor. This guy paid for all of his influence with Bill Clinton. And when he brags about being at the White House all the time, it's because he paid to be there, because our political system is hopelessly compromised with corruption. That's how this guy knows Bill Clinton. Let's be 100% clear about that.
Dinners, I was up in the, I had the time of my life. And during the pandemic, we were like pen pals and on the phone at night because everybody was holed up. He's been so good to me. And the interesting thing about it, my Republican friends, what they say? Now that's somebody I could still vote for, Bill Clinton. Republicans are good with Bill Clinton.
No, this is it, Rob. Good for you for finding it.
Vinnie sent it to me.
Oh, press play? Yeah, this was
going to a bowling alley without my wife.
There you go.
Look at that thing.
It was a fish.
How do you do, fellow kids? Oh my God. Oh no, he's Steve Buscemiing so hard.
Shirt
You
with
your
a
Yankees
blue
on.
blazer and the Ukraine
You can
flag.
pause it right there. He literally stayed like that, John.
Well, that's one at a time.
Yeah.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. No, he's phenomenal in that area. I read a story one time about when he first ran for office.
Yeah, but was Bill on the island? Excellent question. And maybe Patrick Bet David was asking him about that,
He had
Investigative reporter Patrick Bet-David.
20,000. Now, this is a second, third story to me, so it's not direct from him. He had 20,000 names that he had collected over the years. He sent cards to all of them saying he would like their support to run for office. And then, boom, he goes and beats Senior. Is he after Senior? Yeah, he beats Senior because that's the Ross Perot.
Do I think Milo Yiannopoulos was being truthful that Charlie Kirk was gay? I don't know about that one. I do think Benny Johnson is gay as hell, though.
George Bush Sr., himself, and Ross Perot.
And to be clear, the LGBTQ community does not claim Benny Johnson.
And
1992.
And that debate, the way he handled that debate with the lady, an African-American lady, asked the question, so how does the national debt how does it affect you? He crosses his arms and he listens to her and he goes into his message that he gives. The guy is very.
And by the way, when he left office, that's the last time we had a balanced budget and a surplus. He used to say this when we would go to do speeches. He'd say, "Vote for a Democrat and live like a Republican." That's a Harry Truman quote. But he was.
What does that mean? What?
Well, his deal was this: everybody thinks that prosperity comes through the Republican Party. Harry Truman's point was this: when you look at big hunks of America where prosperity was really pretty good, Bill Clinton's 8 years wasn't bad.
No, but Bill Clinton today wouldn't be today's Democrat.
No.
You know that.
No. When Hillary was running, I was like going crazy because I'm like, what are you doing? You got to fight this whole socialist movement. So I call.
Yeah, look, again, what's incredible is the Patrick Bet-David crew gives this man a feeling of safety to just say with his whole chest how he personally has helped degrade and destroy our democratic process. Where, like, Hillary Clinton is a presidential candidate and he's just calling her up because he's some rich fuck who donates to these campaigns and is like, hey, you gotta fight these socialists. They want Medicare for all. Can you believe that? Like, that's bullshit. That is some grade A bullshit. No one should have that much power. No one, by virtue of their wealth, should have that power. Like, obviously, this guy has very vested, like, very big interests in not having to pay more taxes. That's why he's a DNC mega donor.
Robbie Mook up. I said, Robbie, you gotta hit back on socialism. And he said they're getting ready to do the caucuses in Iowa. He said, John, the Des Moines Register that has that 43% of all caucus goers identify themselves as socialist.
Wow.
And so I said, well, forget I called. But no, he would have trouble navigating inside of the Democratic Party today.
The FLB shoes. By the way, I am official.
Oh my god, the fucking shoes, man. I purposely chose this video. I didn't watch it. We went in blind, as per usual. And I just want to say, I thought they were going to talk so much more about Bill Clinton and like not being able to be a Democrat today, and like either Bill Clinton would be considered wildly left and a socialist, or Bill Clinton would be considered wildly conservative. I wasn't really sure where this would go because, again, the Patrick Bet-David podcast is politically incoherent at best. I wasn't expecting them to end the entire segment on, oh no, of course, he'd have to move very differently in the Democratic Party today. I thought we were going to get a little bit more analysis, but instead we got Patrick Bet-David's scintillating story about shaking Bill Clinton's hand at the age of 15 and running into him at a bowling alley.
Hey, streams back. What did I miss?
Oh, God. Nathan, thank you for the $5 dono. Appreciated. But let's learn more about these shoes, though, because Patrick dedicated the last 3 minutes of this video to the shoes.
Actually on, let me see this. I'm on day 57 out of 58 that I've worn these shoes. Love wearing these shoes every single day. I think Vinny's got it on. The other night we went to dinner. Vinny was wearing this black pants, white shirt with the FLB.
Do you suppose that these guys are able to have social lives outside of Patrick Bet David? Like, do you think that Patrick allows them to have other friends? Because, like, he better blow dry those shoes. You know he doesn't.
Shoes. We walk into the restaurant, 7 girls lined up waiting to meet with Vinny.
One girl was crying. She was crying. She was shaking.
She was crying.
like,
Seven girls were lined up crying and shaking to talk to Vinny. These guys are so full of bullshit. Things that absolutely did not happen. Crying, shaking, throwing up. Women love me so much they vomit at the sight of me. It's a hell of a comment. Oh god. And then everyone clapped. It's true. And they gave Vinny a trophy and the key to the city.
She was shaking.
the shoes. I was like, I can't.
Are you
So-
Ringo Starr?
So for those of you guys that are asking about getting the shoes before Christmas for your husband or your sons or your friend, this is what you want to be thinking about. Size black and brown. Size black and brown. Let me see this thing here from Langhorne. So let's go to partners or what's available. So size black and brown. If you want to get them, size 9, 10, and 11 are available to get.
Just out of curiosity, I wanted to Google Vinny because Vinny has like a sticker on his computer all the time that says "The Angry Patriot," and I guess I assumed that was a podcast that I just never had to think about. You know, like I just assumed that he had his own show that was really tiny and insignificant. I don't think it's actually a show. I think it's just a product that they sell. They sell
I am a patriot.
God, sorry. They sell the Angry Patriot sticker. It's just a sticker that they sell on their website. I assumed it was a show, and it's not. Also, I tried to find something like Vinny's show, right? And this is the only thing I found him doing from the Valuetainment Comedy channel, which I think we've hacked into the Matrix here. This is just such a bizarro world to fall into. Who even join Vincent Oceana and tune in for comedy sketches, creative shows, shorts, and plenty of surprises? I genuinely had no idea that Vinny was supposed to be the funny one. I didn't know that his role was to be the jokester of the group. Let's just take a look. Let's take a look at Don't Play This Game, Level Devil, the latest sketch from Valuetainment Comedy.
Alright, so up is. Oh, come on, bro. That's just suicide. Okay, I know where you are now. Ah! Dude, come on. Okay, so I gotta jump. Jump, go, it's coming. It's coming. Here we go. Black guy, white door. I see how the racism is involved. Go, that's not fair. To me, go. Come on, go. Okay, yes.
This guy used to be a comedian? You think so? I see none of the hallmarks.
Come on, I don't trust this already. I don't trust these. Are these?
I genuinely don't know if this is a game that they made to make fun of these types of games, and Vinny's just genuinely playing it. But let's take a look at one of their other comedy sketches. This is a fascinating new world we've discovered. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. 2 years ago.
Is this all?
Oh, guys, we got a Crowder situation on our hands. We have a Crowder situation on our hands. 2 years ago, Vinnie did a drag anti-trans bit.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hi,
girls.
baby.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Careful. Oh, God.
Don't.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're 2 hours late.
Oh my God, this is 16 and a half. I'm not going to subject you guys to more than what we have just seen, but this is 16 and a half minutes long. This is crazy. We got another Crowder situation on our hands.
Trans people back in the day used to have a goal of actually transitioning into society versus being like, here I am and fuck what anybody else has to say. That used to be the goal of trans people and most transsexuals, not trans people.
Is the bit that they couldn't find like an example of like this type of interaction from trans people, so they just fabricated one? Is that it's funny because trans people? All right, I'm just
I'm just trying to
identify
be
as a 25-year-old cool black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just switching roles here?
There you
wow, this is deeply uncomfortable. Okay, maybe their sketch comedy got better. Here's their latest sketch, When HR is the Problem.
Paco was not lying about this batch. Holy moly, guacamole. Come in.
Hey, Vinnie, you wanted to talk to me?
Yeah, I did. Please come in. Have a seat. Thank you.
Okay.
For coming. Look, Natalia, there's no easy way for me to say this, so I'm just going to come out and say it. Your outfit.
Oh no, did someone complain about it?
They did. And that someone is me.
Is it too tight?
No, it's not tight enough.
Wait, what?
Okay, look, you're a Christian, right?
Yes. Yes.
So the bit is just sexual harassment?
God gave you they, them. You have it, he gave it. Okay? There you go. Do not hide the Lord's work. That's like taking the Mona Lisa and putting it in the basement of the Louvre.
You mean the Louvre?
Whatever, Duolingo, it doesn't matter. Listen, you know like I know what the Bible says, and it says clearly, the Lord giveth, so don't hideth.
I don't think it says that.
Whatever, I read it once when I was a kid. Anyway, that's not the point. I think this was a really good talk. Just come back in tomorrow and just make sure you're wearing something tighter. I don't want to have to let you go.
Well, I do love it here, so I don't want to...
And we love you too. Have a good night.
Did you just take a photo of me?
Yeah, for documentation, for legal purposes, to cover your ass. My ass! To cover my ass. Can't be too careful these days. God bless you, Natalia. You're doing the Lord's work. I love my job!
That was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, this all started with our deep, abiding, and true desire to know everything about Bill Clinton, and it ended with us really scraping the bottom of the barrel of comedy. I think this actually was below the barrel, like it was crusted underneath the barrel. We had to puncture through the barrel to grab that. That was hideous. What was the joke? The joke was sexual harassment is funny. Anyway, let's learn more about these shoes, though.
Before Christmas, white, all sizes are available except for 7, 7.5, and 8.5. Navy, 8, 9, 9.5, 10, and 11 are available before Christmas. Of course, after Christmas, shipment is coming. That'll be here New Year's. These things, we can't even keep these on the shelves, to be honest with you, with the shoes. Once you put them on, just go.
They're just so popular. Everyone loves a shoe that says "the future looks bright." Don't you just want insipid slogans on the bottom of your shoes?
Read the reviews. With people reading reviews when writing reviews when they bought them. Once you put them on, you'll realize why this has become as hot of an item for us.
I'm sorry, it's $600. I'm sorry, I didn't see how much these were. I was fixated on how terrible they are in all other aspects. They are $600. Oh no. Just real quick. I'm gonna Google FLB premium Italian leather shoe review just out of curiosity. Literally, I'm not finding any reviews anywhere online. Oh god. Okay, are there reviews on the website? 46 reviews. 1 star, not a good fit for me. The shoe is making noise and seems like a low quality item. I tried to return it though you charged me extra for a free return, but the return was not accepted and the customer service was poor. PBD, I expected better from you. I like you, but the merch and CS did not meet my expectations, sadly. Love the company, but these are ugly as fuck. Holy shit. 2 stars. The shoes look nice, but made a loud squishy noise that makes them seem cheap. The shoe looks nice, but it made a loud squishy noise that makes them seem cheap. I will be returning. Oh boy. Not as comfortable as was advertised. Construction is good, but the leather on leather noise when I walk is a little irritating. Any suggestions on how to eliminate that? And the response has nothing to do with that. Oh god. Love the look, but they squeak more than I care for. I get the wrong attention, the noise, not the look. I've never heard this complaint though. The shoes well made but heavy. Shoes are well made but heavy, not as advertised by Patrick as very light. How heavy are these shoes? Took a long time, 21 days to arrive. All right. God, it's really fucking funny. I don't think we need to watch the ad again. We're fine. On that note, if you got anything out of this was an eclectic segment to say the least. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, do the things, help the channel grow, especially leave a comment. Really, really helps. And please consider dropping those subs, donos, memberships, super chats, etc. because you guys make this show possible. Also check out ImogeneOlivia.com. Gender euphoric lingerie designed from the ground up for trans femmes. We've tried it with cis men. We've tried it with cis women. We've tried it with non-binary people. Check it out. ImogeneOlivia.com. Link down in the doobly-doo. And join your local Dems. Join your local DSA. Radicalize your Dems. Make your DSA more effective. If you need help, join our Discord. All that being said, let's keep on going.
Riverboat Jack is coming to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch and YouTube and swishy streams. All that content is bursting the scenes. Politics, dating, plenty more. Your sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord. Riverboat Jack.